Astronomers are readying their telescopes for a rare cosmic sight. An asteroid the size of an aircraft carrier will zip past the Earth Tuesday night, coming closer to us than the Moon. The best place to see it will be the east coast of the United States at about 6:30 p.m. local time, but scientists say you will need a telescope. It's been more than 30 years since scientists have had the chance to study an object of this size so close to Earth, and they've assured us there is no danger of the asteroid crashing into the Earth or into the Moon. Let's get a little more insight from this on Earth from an expert. Kevin Yates is with the Near-Earth Objects Information Centre at the UK's National Space Centre in Leicester. Are we absolutely sure that it will not hit us? Are we positive?
Yes, 100%, and for the next 100 years as well, this particular asteroid we've calculated forward and we know there's no threat from it, so that's good news.
What does this asteroid tell us about our universe? What will we be looking for as it passes?
Well, it's actually a carbon-rich asteroid, which is one of the most primitive we know of out there. So this contains materials that have changed not very much at all, really, since the solar system formed 4.5 billion years ago. So being able to get this closer look at it, we'll be able to look at the minerals that it's made up of, we'll be able to get a good surface map using radar, and we'll be able to tell a lot more about this building block from the beginning of our own solar system.
Will it give us insights into the future of space travel? What if we find evidence of water on it? What does that mean for how we approach space travel?
Well, of course, a lot of people are actually saying that these sort of asteroids would be great targets for human missions. So there is talk of going back to the Moon and onto Mars, but asteroids would also be a very useful source maybe of minerals that are becoming quite rare, metals that are becoming quite rare on Earth. We could use them to mine. How exciting is this for you? It's a really great opportunity. As you've already said, it doesn't come around very often. 76 was the last time we had one this close. This is the largest asteroid to come this close that we've known about in advance. So we've been able to get our telescopes planned and trained up and ready, and we're already starting to get results back over the last few days. Are you going to be able to have a good view of it because the best view is on the east coast of the United States? Can other people in other parts of the world still see it even though they may not have the best view? You need to be in the Northern Hemisphere, but it is a difficult object to observe. You need a very good telescope and a lot of experience because it's so close it will be actually moving quite quickly in the telescope viewfinder. So I think for most of us without those facilities at hand, it's going to be a question of looking at all the great images and data that will come back over the next few days. Is the asteroid itself solid rock, or is it a powder puff, or what? I mean, what typically could we expect? Well, these are the sort of questions that hopefully we'll be able to answer. We find some asteroids are just solid lumps of iron and nickel. We know this one's carbon-rich, and it could be just like a bag of gravel loosely held together by gravity, or it could be a solid block of carbon-rich material. So, again, these are all things that we'll be able to hopefully answer with more certainty following this close approach. Well, we're happy it's passing by because we can study it and learn things about ourselves, about the universe, about space travel. But what if an asteroid was on course to hit Earth? Other than movies like Deep Impact or Armageddon, what would be the reality of an asteroid crashing down on Earth and on one of our continents? Well, an asteroid of this size would have a serious effect. It could take out an entire country. As I say, thankfully, this isn't going to happen with this particular asteroid. But it does make us realise that we need to take the threat seriously. I don't think we need to panic because these things happen on huge geological timescales. The frequency is, probably once every few 100,000 years. But there's no guarantee it won't happen in the next 10, 20, 30 years. So it is why we're busy making sure we can catalogue them all, understand where they are, where they're going, understand the characteristics of them physically. So if we do have one on a target for us, we have a better idea about how we might push that into a different orbit, rather than the typical movie scenario of blowing it up, because that just sends lots of individual pieces heading for your planet rather than one big piece.